Hey people, mainly my Facebook friends. This video is for those of you who, like me, live your life by the semester because I want to talk to you about the summertime and what a great opportunity it presents for improving things in your life, especially like, I don't know, maybe your health and fitness. And so, of course, teachers, students, maybe homeschoolers, depending on how you do your schedule with the summertime, this video is for you. And even if you're not, you're still more than welcome to watch. So with summer, this is a time coming up where you're either off from school or maybe you have at least a little bit lighter schedule. Um, and maybe some of you who are educators actually don't have a lighter schedule. If you don't, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mocking you with this video. Just turn it off, turn it off. But anyway, of course, we look forward to summertime for the obvious reasons because we get more rest, hopefully, and some relaxation. We get it's a time for a lot of us, I think, particularly as teachers, just renewed inspiration to do what we do, and maybe we get some travel in there. If you're a parent like me, I know you look forward to getting more time with your kids. And of course, also, I think the longer you do this, maybe teachers like myself, we have some fantasies about all the amazing things that we're going to accomplish during the summer. We're going to reorganize everything in our lives, and we're going to get rid of every last dust bunny in our houses, and we're going to solve all the problems of the world, right? You know what I'm talking about if you're an overachiever. But in all seriousness, it's just such a great window of opportunity for us when it comes to making changes in our health and fitness in particular, whether it's just making some minor tweaks to what we're already doing well or doing a big overhaul. And so, of course, that's what I want to talk to you about right now. So I'm the first to say, usually you'll hear me say, that when we need to make important changes, we need to work toward something really, really important, then of course there is no perfect time. We know that. We know there's always going to be some kind of obstacle in our way, no matter how big or small. So if you wait for the quote unquote perfect time, then you'll never start at all. I understand that. But for those of us living our life on the semester, I know how it can be. It's a different kind of stress, isn't it? Having been a student and then taught for so many years after that, and still doing so, I guess I've observed by now that no matter how like uber organized I start a semester, I do well for a while with the routines and things like that, and then by the end of the semester, it's such a struggle, isn't it? You're struggling just to put one foot in front of the other, and your poor brain just can hardly handle anything except the bare essentials. And then, of course, for me, and maybe this is true for you too. Once I had children, oh, my poor kids! By the end of the semester, and it's funny. I remember saying to a non-teacher friend of mine once, we were I was like at about mid-May, so I was basically for me my college semester finishing up, and we were talking about me starting to cook again, which I was saying I needed to do that because it's a healthier thing. Of course, when you can do your own cooking, it's better for your eating. And I was telling her though, like I've got to have at least some time to decompress coming off of this craziness, and that had been one of my hardest teaching semesters, just a crazy load. And I told her, I was like, I will probably be able to mentally cope with getting around to cooking maybe sometime in June. And that was mid-May. And she was very well meaning. And she said, oh, but you just need the right tools there in the kitchen to make it easier for you and all that. And I was like, it's like this. No. And I think she was a bit taken aback by that. But it's like, I already had all the tools to make it easier. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and those things are absolutely great, the first part of the semester and even all the way up through the first half. And then I don't know, something happens by midterm, and all of it just kind of falls by the wayside. And and you can be there, it's toward the end of the semester, and you know that you should be eating healthier and not relying on the drive-through. I mean, oh my gosh, a whole other topic of conversation, right? And you should be getting some exercise in so that you can actually be healthier and be able to maybe cope with all of the stress a little bit better if you were healthier. But you just don't, there is just not the mental space to be able to process everything that you need to be able to do to make those changes at that time. You feel me with what I'm saying? And so, of course, I don't have any easy, like, snap your fingers kind of answers, but I can tell you what I've noticed happen for me gradually over time. It's just in my own life. Of course, I'm not an expert, but where I've been able to improve on so many of my habits, really changing my lifestyle toward being healthier, and therefore, because of that, being able to make it through the end of the semester a little bit easier. Um, for example, I am at the end of the semester right now, and I feel a lot better than I usually do at this time of year. So the answer for me was that 2 years ago, of course, I used the summer to my greatest advantage. I was 85 pounds overweight, as many of you know my story, and everything because of that in my life had gotten harder to do. And I even found myself not wanting to do the things that I had always loved to do. So I knew that I had to make some changes in my life. I mean, I just had it, and I had to make some changes for my health because it was impacting my family and, all those around me. And of course, it was impacting me as a teacher. And so you've probably heard or read my story, and you know that that summer, like as soon as I was done, like mid-May, I started with a program from Beachbody, a home fitness program, this one called Slim in 6, and it's a 6-week program. You're working out 6 days a week, and so that was a huge change for me. But I did that, and I followed their nutrition plan, and at the end of the 6 weeks, I'd lost my first 20 pounds. And, to my surprise, though, I found, of course, I wasn't wasn't at my goal, but I just found myself wanting to keep going with other fitness programs that they had. And what had happened was I had established a habit I'd gotten used to the idea of exercising like 5 or 6 days a week. And along with that, because that's only half the battle, eating healthy, whole foods to be able to fuel myself. I'd had success with dieting before, but this was so much more of a holistic change. And I knew that I could live with this, and I didn't want to stop because I was feeling so much better. So then when that school year started back in the fall, sure, it brought with it the inevitable schedule change, those adjustments when things were going into full swing again. But in spite of that, the days being full again and everything, fitting in my workout 5 or 6 days a week was not an option. I was going to make that happen. I loved it, and I had to do it. And not to mention, by this point, I had also found online this community of like-minded people who were very supportive, and they were working towards the same things. And I couldn't let them down. And so I kept up. I kept up with my fitness, with many different Beachbody programs that whole year, and I was able to keep up with good nutrition that whole year as well. And then 1 year later, there I was 85 pounds down. And I started that next summer with an incredible 21-day program from Beachbody that focuses really just on your eating, called the Ultimate Reset. And it was where I gently detoxed the body, and I was able to further refine my eating and my cooking habits. So then, here I am 1 year later, and I'm getting ready to do the Ultimate Reset again. I'm very much looking forward to it. And Joe, my husband, is joining me this time. And you know what? We're going to do a video together. Somebody's coming in. Hi, Lena. You can be quiet, huh? Okay. Real life. Joe is getting ready to, he's getting ready to do the reset with me, and we're going to do a video very soon, the two of us together, where we're going to talk more about that, specifically about the reset and what that means to us. And anyway, I look back in this past year, I've been able to do things in my workouts, which of course I've kept going, things that I never dreamed I'd be able to physically do. I'm 40 years old, and I've never been this physically strong or energetic in my life. And while the semester goes how it goes, I've certainly gotten through it smoother. And I know that it's because I'm healthier, and I've been able to get certain things in my life better organized. And of course, don't get me wrong, I am still a work in progress on that. A lot of things I'm still working on. You see some clutter behind me. our kids' rooms would make the fly lady cry, if you know who the fly lady is. If you don't, you know what, you should look her up. She's got great tips on home organization. So anyway, here we are, and May is upon us, so summer's nearly here. So if you know that you need to make some changes in your health and fitness, then I want to encourage you to seize this opportunity and go for it now. Do you realize what you have, what a gold mine you have in front of you? For most of you, this is your shot. You have a much clearer shot now at making these lasting changes than you do at any other time of year. We have all heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Well, you get longer than that in the summer. You do the math. So you have enough time to actually establish your habits so that when you go into the fall again, okay, maybe you've reached your goal, depending on your goal, maybe you haven't. But who cares? You have the tools, you have what it takes, and you'll go into the fall a different person, and you'll be able to continue on just like I did. You'll be absolutely bent on continuing. Quitting won't be an option. You can get yourself used to that idea of working out regularly with a balance of cardio, strength training. You've heard me say this before, right? Recite it with me. Core work and stretching, that active recovery. You need all those things, that balance, and you need the frequency of it 5 to 6 days a week to get the greatest benefits and results. And you need eating that you have to get used to that works with that, that doesn't sabotage you. And even, you know what, during the summer, if you're going to be traveling some, you could actually learn how to keep things going for yourself with these routines while you travel. You know, maybe work in a reasonable splurge and some resting here and there. But I learned how to do that during that first summer, and you can too. So, and of course, since I am a part-time health and fitness coach who loves to help people achieve their goals in this department. What if have you got thumbtacks? What are you going to do? Okay, can you wait just like a couple minutes more and then we'll do it? Hold on. Yes, since I'm a health and fitness coach and I love to run online challenge groups where I encourage you to reach these goals, I want to invite you. Now's the time. I would love for you to join me in one of these online challenge groups. What we do is we do Beachbody, of course, because I'm a Beachbody coach. So we do Beachbody home workouts, which have that important balance that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. And they have a schedule that helps you take out all the guesswork of when you should do what. We have that where everybody is doing one of those fitness programs and they're following the nutrition plan that Beachbody gives you. We have all the tools there to help you succeed. And what are they doing in these groups? We're working out on our own schedule in our homes, and we're posting each day about our workouts and about our nutrition, and we hold each other accountable, and we have a lot of fun. So our participants really get great results because of that. It's the support that's provided there. And we even have the things that you need, the tools that you need to be able to participate in one of these challenge groups, and something wonderful called a challenge pack, which gives you great savings on these products. So I would like to invite you to join one of these, and especially on, you heard me mention the Ultimate Reset that Joe and I are going to be doing. He and I are going to be starting that on Wednesday, the 22nd of May. So we want to invite you especially to join us for that if you're really interested in this particular program. And like I said, you'll be seeing more information from me about the Ultimate Reset very soon. So yeah, we've got something for you. And by the way, our fitness programs, we have something for people of all levels of fitness and taste. So don't worry there. So message me. Let's talk about what your goals are and how I can help you achieve them. And hey, even if you decide not to go the Beachbody route for what you're going to do with your summer, go on and like my Facebook page, Dana Crabtree Fitness, because I post all kinds of general tips there for you. And message me anyway and tell me what you're doing, because I really love to talk to you and I like to encourage you and help you succeed no matter what. Let me know how you're doing. So let me end then by asking you, think about it right now. It is what, May 11th? Where are you going to be 90 days from now? Come on, message me and let's get you started. That's all. Have a great weekend and bye.